All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Got some orders to ship out, some weekend orders. So welcome in. If you guys are just hopping in, make sure you're liking the live. If you're watching on replay, definitely say replay in the chat so I know that you came in, and then let me know your best sale from this weekend. We have 21 eBay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Poshmark, 1 Depop, 3 Mercari. So what is that? 28, 31, 32 orders going out the door from this weekend. So really good weekend in sales. Getting the rest of the TJ Maxx stuff listed today. That's our not today, through this week is our goal. Obviously, you guys can still see we have bags behind us. If you guys haven't seen or haven't heard the news, we put out the TJ Maxx haul video out on YouTube. In the beginning of the video, I go over details about the sale and how to shop the sale, and then at the end of the video, we go over a haul. I think we show like 12 to 15 items that we picked up at that sale. So watch that video. I have something in my eye. It literally just got in my eye right now. I don't know what it is. But anyways, go watch that video. It's out on YouTube. You might have to chill here for a minute while I go.
What did you do?
I got like an eyelash in my eye, and it's like bothering me. You want to come say hi to the people really quick while I go get this thing out of my eye?
I guess so.
Come on over. They want to say hi to you anyway.
Hi. There's so much stuff in here.
Yep, there is.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm putting stuff away. This is the number for these Faherty shorts, which we found at the TJ Maxx sale. These are cute. They have like a nice pattern on them. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Jen. Hey, Amanda. What's up, everybody? I haven't been on live in forever. It's been so long. How is everybody? I appreciate that you guys share knowledge. Oh, thanks. Thanks for watching. We love sharing our stuff. That's how I learned. I watch from you guys. That's how I learned my stuff, so I might as well give back. Hey, Amy. Hey, Gladys. How are you guys? Today was the first day of school. The house is quiet. Anybody else's kiddos go back to school? Vanna, right when I said that, I read your comment. Yeah. And kids, all 3 kids are at school. It is so peaceful. It's a peaceful morning. Girls excited for the first day. They were. My daughter started middle school today, so she was very nervous. She didn't want to eat breakfast, but she got this. So her and her cousin have like the same exact schedule, so that made her feel much better. So they're happy. Did you get it?
Yeah, I think so. My eyes, it still hurts, but let me go grab a box really quick.
There's so much stuff in this room. I'm over here in the corner putting all the stuff away in inventory, and he just messed up my box. I cannot wait for my kids to go back to school. I know. Mine haven't started yet. I think, well, it's different by states. So Florida, well, at least in our area, started today. I think some counties start Wednesday, I think. Hey, Surfs had me cracking up on his live, making fun of this man sneezing. And it sounded just like it. It was the exact same sound. It was funny.
I hate that guy.
That was great.
That guy sucks.
It was amazing.
That guy's horrible. By the way, if you guys haven't seen Kayla, I put out a video this morning, a short. You guys are going to see the sale here in a minute, but Kayla, on the video from this weekend, showed an Ivy Cool piece that she said that should sell for around $50, and it literally sold for $50 about 10 minutes after I listed the Poshmark. So we put out that video. Ivy Cool, might have to run back to the thrift, grab one that I saw. Yeah, Ivy Cool sells really, really well.
Every Ivy Cool that I find, I left one behind last week because it had like what was it, like pulling?
Yeah,
pilling, and because the material is so like thin, it doesn't sweater shave off, so I had to leave it. But I always pick up Ivy Cool.
Yep, always sells quick. Really, really like performance-y.
Yeah, it's a tennis shirt.
Just came from watching your YouTube video on the Marshalls TJ Maxx. So awesome. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. Seems like you guys are liking that video. I think that video is going to do good over time too, because as the sales happen, people will go back and review that. But yeah, I give good tips and tricks in the beginning of the video on how to shop the sale. And yeah, I think next year we're going to bring the GoPro with us, and we'll film a lot, like in store, so you guys can see us actually shopping.
Maybe we could do a competition, because next year I'll know more than I did this year.
Yeah.
And we'll see who finds the most stuff.
There's a good chance you win, because the women's section is so much bigger.
I know, but I don't even hit the whole women's section. That's what's great. How do you spell that? IBKUL.
Yeah, if you go to the
Cool.
video I just posted, I literally just posted it to all platforms. You can see there's a close up of the tag and there's a close up of like the inside tag, so you can see both. So, when did the sale start? It started last Monday. Was it last month? No, 2 weeks ago Monday,
2
right?
weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago Monday. It's still happening right now though. They're actually, fun fact, I'm gonna give you guys a little tip. They're actually marking down tags again today. So if you go back today, if there were items that you passed on because they were a little bit too expensive and they were still there, if you went back and you checked and they're still there, they're marking the yellow tags again today down another level, and this will probably be the last level, and then they're done. So I don't think we're gonna go because we still have so much stuff to list. So
No, but I need to grab my weights.
yeah.
I didn't
So
think to
maybe
grab
we'll just
weights. I'm doing workouts at home, and I'm like, I need weights. And then he's like, why didn't you get them when we were at the store? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
they have them at
I didn't think about that.
They have them at Marshalls.
Didn't
and
occur to
TJ
me.
Maxx.
Might have to go back just to get those. All right, guys, I'm gonna go finish my job.
Swap.
Bye bye.
If we can fit. There's not a lot of room over here. All right,
Plus ladybugs
hopefully I got that thing out of my eye. I don't know what happened. Like I literally started the stream and I felt like there was like a hair or something in my eye, but hopefully it doesn't bother me throughout the live. So we're gonna ship out some orders. However many I said, I think I said like 32 or 33 at the beginning of the live that we're gonna ship out. And you'll see a couple items from that TJ Maxx and Marshalls haul that sold this weekend. Actually sold quite a few things. We still have so much more to list, but they're already selling, so that's a good thing. So you two match today? We do match today. Why'd you copy my uniform, my work uniform?
I've been up since 5:30.
You copied me.
You
copied my work uniform. This is my work uniform. All right, Wayne sold a CD for $81. Let's go. CDs for $81. People still buy CDs. That's crazy to me. First step is a Vineyard Vines. This is just a simple quarter zip Vineyard Vines sweater. I picked this up in a bulk buy for $8. I don't usually pick these up. Yeah, did I pick this? Wait, yeah, $8, and this sold for $20.70. I don't usually pick up these sweaters unless they're like $5 or under, but it was in a bulk buy, so I kind of just was. It was kind of like a forced buy. I buy this, but I also get other stuff at a better deal. So, still made a good profit. Remember, Depop doesn't have any fees except for the transaction fee. So, yeah, made a good profit on this one. Hi, call your live. Did I miss when the sale started? The sale started not last Monday, but the Monday before, but it's still going on right now. Like I said, I think you popped out. Today they're actually marking down tags again from what I hear. So all the yellow tags that were marked down, they're going to mark them down another level again. So if something was a little too expensive for you to buy and resell or buy for yourself 2 weeks ago, let's say the yellow tags was $22 and you're like, I don't really want to pay $22. If you go back today, good chance that same item is going to be around $15 if it's still there. The key is if it's still there. Sometimes those items sell out super fast, and yeah, you won't be able to get them. People pay up for certain pieces. Next up, we got a Cricut Polo. This is a men's Cricut Polo, good brand to look out for. I paid $8 for this one. Yeah, I paid $8 for this one, so I must have got this one in a bulk buy too. This one sold for $20 over on Mercari. Mercari has no fees, so that means I made a $12 profit on this one. So got notified a little delay, no worries. We just started. We literally just started. I was too busy trying to get something out of my eye when we first started. So again, if you guys didn't hear, we did put out that YouTube video on the TJ Maxx and Marshalls haul with the guide and all that stuff. Like I said, you guys are loving the video. It's actually like my second best performing video on YouTube right now. So make sure you go check it out. If you haven't already, go over, check it out, give the video a like, watch it through. You can also watch it like a podcast in the background. So if you're working today, in the beginning of the video, it's a lot of talking. So you can almost listen to it in the background. And then as soon as we start the haul, you just listen into the haul part and learn what we picked up and all that stuff. So go check it out. It's up on YouTube right now. Next sale is this. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren Performance Hooded Full Zip Jacket. I picked this up retail arbitrage. I forgot to write the price I paid for this, but I believe I paid like right around $60 for these. I bought a bunch of these all at the same store. Another example of retail arbitrage that we picked up. This one sold on Mercari, full asking price $129.99. So I pretty much doubled my investment on these as long as I got it for $60, which I believe I did. I believe it was either 60 or 50. I think they were $100 half off, if I can remember correctly. But sold for $129.99. This I'm actually going to set aside because I got to get a box for this. I do not want to ship this in a bag. I feel like This needs to go in a box because it's very, very expensive. I don't want it to get damaged, so I'm going to set that aside, and I'll pack that up after the live because I forgot to grab a box for it. Next up, we got a Harley-Davidson shirt. Let me make sure this is right. Yep, Harley-Davidson shirt. This one actually is missing a button right at the top, but it's still sold. I still priced it because typically guys don't wear their shirts buttoned all the way up anyway, so that button really doesn't matter. Paid $4.28 for this, and it sold for $22 over on Mercari. Pretty good sale for a flawed item, I'd say. What items are you going to plant at thrift this week? Man, I don't know. I'm thinking like a Gucci, a Prada, maybe I don't know. I'm gonna think of some high-end brands. You gotta give me some time, Bold North. I gotta contact my people at the thrift store so they can hide them for me too. So I'll let you know. They normally call me and let me know what they got in the back, and then we hide them together. Bold North's just messing around. He knows. He knows. All right. Let's ship out some Poshmark orders. We got a bunch of Poshmark. I think we have like 7 Poshmark orders. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 7 Posh orders from this weekend. Let's start with... Oh, that's the jacket. I was like, what the heck is that?
Poshmark.
Yeah, Poshmark's back here.
The bundles on the side.
The bundles on the side?
Those 2 are a bundle.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had a bundle sale. I forgot about that. First sale is a pair of cool women's shorts. Pick these up for $10.70. Paid up a little bit for these. This was an older listing too, so I took a best offer of $10.70. Probably shouldn't have paid up for these. Probably should have only paid about $5 for these. Still made a profit, but yeah, older listing, getting them out the door, paid up a little bit too much for them. Name of your puppy? Her name is Lady. Lady Dog. We call her Ladybug. Would you buy Cycle Bunny swim trunks 4XL and 6XL at? So swim trunks are like one of the hardest items to sell in my opinion. So, especially in bigger sizes like that. See, bigger size shirts sell well. Bigger size swim trunks. I would look up comps. I would have to look up comps on my end to figure out exactly what I would price those at. But I'd probably price them under what like regular sizes like large XLs are selling for, because yeah, swim trunks are already hard enough to sell, and then big, huge sizes like that in swim trunks are even harder to sell. That's one of those items that are a little hard to sell. So, she says, hi, lady. Yeah, she's over there in the corner. So, the reason we started late, I was going to start the live about an hour ago, but it was raining and lightning out, and we kept losing power. There was like a huge storm, and then she's terrified when it rains outside. She's terrified of it, so that's why she's laying in here. She won't move until probably like an hour from now when she knows the storm is far, far away. Next up, we paid $16.05 for these Todd Snyder pants. I think I found these either in a live thrift or maybe it was a week before when we didn't do a live thrift, but paid $16.05. This one sold for $40. Todd Snyder, really good. I think these were in a video actually. Pretty sure these were in a video recently, a live, probably one of the speed thrifts if I can remember correctly. So Cycle Bunny 1XT yesterday for $42. Nice. Was it a polo? Was it a 1XT polo? Classic Florida, rains for 10 minutes then sunny, I know. It was storming. It was really bad. What about gas? What's up, Chris? Chris, I put that video out yesterday. Chris helped me with the video last night. Trying to figure out how to make it good, how to make it right, and then Chris helped me formulate the video that we just put out. Congrats. Check your Instagram and send a pic of the whale from your granddaughter loves it. Awesome. Yeah, I'll check it in a minute. I get so many IG messages now, and they automatically go to my spam folder on IG, and I don't see any messages. So if you ever message me on IG, I apologize if I've missed your message. Like, come to the live and let me know like they did that you have a message that you want me to see. Otherwise, I just won't see it. So for a beginner reseller, would you suggest clothing to start off or other items? It depends on your area. In our area, clothing is really good. So I would suggest doing clothing, but I would not suggest going to TJ Maxx and Marshalls when you first start. I know a lot of my content right now is TJ Maxx and Marshalls because that sale just happened. But I would suggest going to thrift stores, thrift stores, garage sales, and also selling items from your house first. But yes, if your area has a lot of clothing, which most areas do, I would start there because it's a very easy thing to ship and list. Hard goods is a little bit harder because you have to really learn how to ship to do hard goods and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say clothing. Clothing is probably the easiest to start with. Swim trunks. Okay, 1XT swim trunks sold for $42. There you go. That's a good size. What was the other size? I think they were bigger sizes. 4XL and 6XL are bigger. 1XT is more of a normal size. It's just an XL tall. So I would say those will sell better and faster. All right, next up we got an Athleta. This is a TJ Maxx pickup. This is a women's Athleta 3X marble double D bra. Picked this up for $8 at TJ Maxx. I think this is one of the ones that wasn't yellow tag, right? We bought this one red tag and then, or was this yellow tag?
It was yellow.
Oh, okay, so it was yellow tag. It was yellow tag for $8, and this sold for $22 over on Poshmark. So there you go, TJ Maxx to Posh sale. Either way, paid retail on these are $54. Sold them for $22. I know a lot of people are like 8 to 22 after Poshmark fees. That's not that much, but this is a retail pickup, and we were able to easily double our money on a retail pickup, which is actually sometimes hard to do depending on what retail stores you shop at. So I'll take that all day. 8 into 22. And we got like Athleta bras. We got like probably like 20 of these things. So they're gonna sell. We're gonna make decent money off all of them. Everybody's saying hi to Peak. Yeah, Peak is over there. Peak's starting to put out some content again too. So if you aren't following Chris at Peak, he's actually over on Facebook. So make sure you give him a follow if you're on the Facebook chat. Chris at Peak. He's doing a lot of content, getting back in the game. Next up, we got a Barber shirt. This is just a simple green Barber shirt. We picked this up at Red, White, and Blue for $4.28, and this sold for $23 over on Posh. Barber is a good brand. Definitely be on the lookout for their jackets, especially their quilted jackets or their waxed jackets. The waxed jackets go for crazy money. This is more of just like a normal button-down common piece, but these still sell frequently for us, $4.28. I don't really find too much Barber in my area because we find more Florida type brands. Barber is more of a northern brand, more of a outdoory brand. So that one's going Poshmark. I know a lot of you are seeing me ship these in a priority mail bag. I always mention this because I always get questions on it. Yes, this could go Ground Advantage, but we sold it on Poshmark, and Poshmark gives you a priority mail label, so you use the free priority mail labels when you ship out on Poshmark, or free priority mail packaging. Next up, if you guys watched the video this morning, you saw Kayla sold this. This is an IB Cool sweater. We picked this up at the TJ Maxx and Marshall's yellow tag event. We paid $13 for this, and it sold for $50, full asking price. I listed on eBay like 2 days ago. Last night I cross-listed everything that I had that I listed on eBay 2 days ago. I cross-listed it last night, and this sold in like, I swear it was like 10 minutes, 5 minutes for $50, full asking price. So if you're not cross-listing, this is an example, and this is what I talk about in my YouTube video. This is a perfect example of something that, you know, eBay sold comps, sell-through rate isn't amazing, but the fact that we cross-list these items gives us a way better chance of selling, and we're going to make our money back way faster. So if you're not cross-listing, I always use AutoPosher. Use my code KWayShop to get your $5 off your first month, because you can open yourself up to sales like this. Where did I put that label? Did I just lose the label? Oh, there it is right there. So this one is going to go right into a priority mail bag. IB Cool is spelled IBKUL. So if you go check out the video that I just posted, we have a close-up of the tag. So definitely go check it out, because you can see the close-up and see how it's spelled, all that. YouTube froze for me? Is it frozen? YouTube land, are you guys frozen over there? You shouldn't be frozen. Let me know if you guys are frozen. Maybe it's might be on the wrong Wi-Fi again. I always do that. Begin here. Is Ben Sherman button downs? No, I don't pick up anything Ben Sherman. What's up, Teej? What's up, Teej? Where's Kayla? Where's Kayla? She was here. You missed her. She was here. She was here. No, you guys are good over there. Yeah, you guys are good on Instagram. But somebody said Facebook. You're good? Okay. So it wasn't me. It's not me. It's you. It's you. You're the issue, not me. All right, another TJ Maxx sale. This is Carhart. These are Carhart shorts. Pick these up for a whopping $10. Carhart shorts for $10. That's easy money. Always pick these up for $10. These sold for $25. Took like 2 days to sell. I think we have a couple pairs of these. We just listed more over the weekend, so we should start seeing more of those sell too. So 10 into 25. That means I doubled my money on that investment. Also, keep in mind when we were buying from the TJ Maxx yellow tag event, that we had tax-free, because it was tax-free week for 2 weeks in Florida. So we literally paid $10, no tax on these, so we double our investment. So Fine on YouTube? Good. Cool. I saw, yeah, I kicked her off. Got her out of here. Kicked her off. Why no Ben Sherman? They don't sell. Yeah, I don't pick up anything Ben Sherman. Ben Sherman, I think they sell those at like Ross and Bell's and places like that. For me, and on selling on eBay, I wouldn't pick up Ben Sherman. So saw them cheap at TJ Maxx. Yeah, just because you see a brand new with tags cheap at TJ Maxx does not mean it's a good brand to pick up. That's why research is key. If you look up Ben Sherman shirts on eBay, I'm almost certain that the sell-through rate is horrible, and they don't sell for much more than you pay at TJ Maxx. So just because it's at TJ Maxx, just because it's brand new with tags, just because it's cheap does not mean it's a pickup. I got a comment on one of my videos this morning that was along the lines of that. They were like, I used to sell on eBay, but I could never sell anything. I had all name brand stuff and it never sold. And when somebody says that, the first thing that rings in my brain is they probably never looked up an item. They just arbitrarily price their items, and they just assume just because it's a name brand like American Eagle, it's just going to sell. That's not how it works. You have to really learn how to research sold comps and look at what items are currently selling for, because that's going to tell you whether the item is a pickup or not. And you can do all that research while you're in store. You don't have to leave the store. You can do all your research before you even purchase the item. All right, so this person really likes Faraday. Faraday is a really good brand to look out for. This is a bundle of Faraday items. So this one actually was purchased at a thrift store. It's in pre-owned condition. I think we paid like $4 or $5 for this. I can't remember because we have it combined on the spreadsheet. And then this is a Faraday pair of shorts that we picked up at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Paid $21.40 for both of these together, and this person bought these together on Poshmark for $60. So there's an example of a pre-owned and a new with tag item selling to one person, which usually doesn't happen. They usually like buying the same, either both pre-owned or both used, or both pre-owned or both new. What size are the priority mail envelopes? So these are Tyvek envelopes. The dimensions on these are 15 by 11.625. You can get these free from USPS.com. You can order them for free and have them delivered to your door for free. You don't pay anything for them. Your mailman will drop them off at your front door. I normally order these in packs of either 200 or 500, depending on what we're shipping. If you guys sell on Whatnot at all, these are like gold on Whatnot. If you're selling clothing, we usually use the crap out of these when we sell on Whatnot. So go order them for free. Have them delivered for free. Or you can go to your post office. If you're ever dropping off packages, just ask them for Tyvek envelopes. Can you name some European brands which are difficult to get a hold of? Greetings from the Netherlands. What I would do is Google European brands. Brands made in Europe. On your googly. Google that and then look them up on eBay and see if they're selling. That's the easiest way. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any like European brands. This is live right now, Tammy. We're live right now. What's up, Tammy? Thanks for the info. No problem. Lisa, appreciate you being here. Wayne, good morning. Finally caught your live. I was on Surfs for a bit ago. I'm sorry you had to deal with that guy that early in the morning. I heard he was making fun of me, and Kayla was laughing at it, and I don't appreciate either of them. I think you're funny sometimes, but maybe not. Shut up, Ethan. Get out of here. What are you doing here? So you like the Tyvek over the padded mailer? Both are good, and you can use both. Poshmark, I feel like, for me, I feel like I'm being super wasteful if I use the padded envelope. I know they're free, but that's like a lot of material for something like that. That's just clothing. If I was shipping something like fragile, I would use the padded, but there's no real reason to use padded when you're selling clothing. So I'd rather not be wasteful and waste. You use an envelope and padding all together. I feel like that's super wasteful. But feel free to use them. You get them for free. You might as well use them if you like them. For me, I just like using the Tyveks. The Tyveks are good. All right, let's ship out some eBay orders. I'm gonna get both of these out of the way because they're on the table, and then we'll grab the rest. This is a vintage polo jacket. It's not technically a Harrington because it doesn't have that plaid on the inside. It's got that Harrington look to it. Paid $6.94. I believe it had a stain on the cuff, and it still sold for $25. Jackets are starting to move, so if you guys have been contemplating listing jackets, if you're ready and you have your jackets ready to go, I would actually start listing them pretty soon because jackets are starting to move for me. So jackets are starting to move. Were your ears ringing? Of course they were. I heard Kayla laughing in the other room, and I said, I figured Surfs was making fun of me. So how about North Face women's convertible shorts and capri pants? Those sell really well. I like picking those up, especially women's capri pants and convertible pants. They actually sell just as well as men's in some cases. They don't sell for as much usually, but they do sell just as fast in our opinion. So you have to pay taxes on Friday. Did you have to pay taxes on Friday? No. Oh, at the store, no. No, they didn't make us pay taxes. They literally didn't even ask. They just reduced it. They just don't like you, Ethan. I think that's what it is. I'm just kidding. How about when mailing Vans sneakers? If we're mailing sneakers of any kind, especially if they don't have a box, I use, I don't have any examples, but you can get a priority mail shoebox, and you can have those ordered and delivered for free as well. That's usually what we use, unless we're shipping at Ground Advantage, and then what we'll use is a regular box. So you have to order those yourself. But if you're shipping those priority, you would use a priority mail shoebox. They literally make a box specifically for shipping out shoes on at the post office. I just got my TJ Maxx credit card in the mail. Nice. TJ Maxx credit card. Make sure you pay those things off because the interest rates on them are crazy. But if you're good with credit cards and you're good with paying them off, that credit card is a no-brainer. And I talk about that in the YouTube video we just put out. It is absolutely a no-brainer. Right now I have $290 in reward certificates that I can use for more inventory. So let's say I take that $290 and I buy $200 worth of clothing, all $20 a piece, because that's about on average the average I was paying for items at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So I get 10 items, and then on average I flip those items for double. So I'm able to double my investment. I just made $400 absolutely free. That's the perk to that. And then I can take that $400 after I sell those items and use that to pay off the credit card, or use that to go purchase new inventory. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. If you're good with credit cards, that thing is a freaking no-brainer. Because they're starting back in school. Yes, kids started back to school today. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Next up, got another pair of those Carhart shorts. Again, we paid $13 for these. The other pair we paid $10 for, but these were $13 at a different store. These sold full asking price $26.99. Maybe that wasn't full asking price. Full asking price would have been $30. So best offer was sent from Auto Posture and somebody accepted. These sold for $26.99 plus shipping. So 2 of those already sold. We literally just listed them. So we didn't list these top of the market. We kind of listed these near the bottom because Carhart hasn't been selling that well for me, but I couldn't pass these up for 13 bucks, and I was able to double my investment. Poor kids thought I was mad at them. Well, I was kind of mad at them if they weren't going to give me tax-free on tax-free week. That was just crazy. Yeah, we went to a store. Ethan was at one of thrift stores we were at, and on Friday, and the thrift store was it's tax-free week on all clothing, basically all school items, school type items, clothing, backpacks, purses, everything. Pretty much everything in the middle of the store at like a common red, white, and blue is all supposed to be tax-free. And this thrift store was trying to tell us that they weren't going to give us tax-free. I was like, it's illegal not to give us tax-free, right? Because the government is saying that they don't want any taxes for the next 2 weeks. So where is this money going? You can't just charge taxes and then keep the taxes yourself. That's not how taxes work. So yeah, I was able to help Ethan get his taxes back that they charged him for, and then I was able to get my items tax-free. But everybody else in line had to pay taxes, which is crazy because it's supposed to be tax-free. It's literally implemented by the government not to get taxes. I was like floored when they said that they weren't going to give us stuff tax-free. I was like, what? You can't decide that. It's not up to you to decide that. That's up to the government. You're not the government. You're just a store. Next up, we got a Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a denim jacket. I picked this up retail arbitrage. I believe I paid 40 bucks for this. I don't have the price in there for some reason. It's a men's size small, but it's still sold, and I still picked it up. Sold for $82.55. Really, really good sale on that one. Polo Ralph Lauren denim jacket. I always pick up denim Polo Ralph Lauren. Even if this was pre-owned, I would have picked it up. Obviously not for as much as I paid for it. But all denim Polo Ralph Lauren is usually a pickup depending on the price. Jackets, things like that. Always sell well. If you guys are just hopping in, feel free to ask any questions as you guys are hanging out. We're just shipping some orders right now. And then let me know if you guys sold anything cool this weekend. Drop it in the chat. Let me know what you sold. But if not, we'll just hang out and we'll ship out some orders. We're like halfway done right now. It's going by pretty quick, actually. This one's going to ship for $7.17. Do you have a minimum price that you list your items? I don't price my items all the same. All items are priced differently based off eBay sold comps. So based off what other people are paying for the items, that's what I'm pricing my items at. So one item might sell for $1,000. The next item might sell for $20. It all depends on what the item is, actually. So that's where researching eBay sold comps, looking at what items are selling for, that's where you'll price them. Profit wise, again, it depends on what I pay for the item and depends on what kind of item it is. If it's a brand new with tag item, I'm expecting less of a percentage of profit back than if it was a pre-owned item, right? Because most new with tag items, I'm coming close to doubling my investment. Whereas a pre-owned item, we can buy something from a thrift store for $5 and sell it for $50. So the ROI on both of those are completely different. It just depends on what item it is. Sold my first empty electronics box this weekend. Nice. Empty boxes can actually sell, if you guys didn't know. I sold a N64 empty box, not even with the manual, for $100. So you can sell empty boxes if you didn't know that. How many sales do you have this weekend? 33, I think, Ethan. 33. How old does something need to be considered vintage? Most people consider 20 years or greater to be vintage, and I think it's 50 years or more to be antique. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't sell many antiques, so I don't really know the antique phrase, but I think it's 50 years or greater is antique. 20 years to 50 years is considered vintage. So I paid tax at Red, White, and Blue last week at Tampa. I didn't know how to argue with them. Bring back your receipt and ask to talk to the manager. If you were charged tax at Red, White, and Blue last week, they should give you that money back. They literally aren't allowed to take it. So if you bring back your receipt, they should be able to give your money back. Yeah, it's crazy that they were charging taxes. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Next up, we got a Patagonia jacket. This is a women's Patagonia, Patagucci. We paid $10.43 for this jacket. I don't mind paying up for Patagonia because we literally just listed this like 2 weeks ago and it already sold for $31.49. You probably covered this, but new here. Where do you find names of brands that sell well? I look up items on eBay. eBay sold comps. I also watch a bunch of free content on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I get a bunch of free reselling content there, and that's where I suggest you get your free content too. I never paid for a course or anything like that. I literally just watched resellers show their sales. You can go to eBay right now and type in eBay what sold, and there's probably going to be 1,000 videos that you can watch. Just be careful with that because obviously older videos, some of those items don't sell as well as they used to. So nowadays, the same item is not selling for the same price it sold for 2 years ago, so just be careful. But that will give you a good idea on what's selling if you watch what sold videos, especially ones that just came out. Report them to the Florida Department of Revenue. Yeah, it's, from what I understand, they were already reported multiple times. Yeah. Is Whatnot a good source for some big returns? For some big return items? Is Whatnot a good source for some big return items? What do you mean by that? Big return as in profit back, or like returns as in you get returns? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. To get started, I should start selling things I have in my closet that I need to get rid of 100%. 100%. As in making money? No, Whatnot is a quick selling platform. Whatnot, the platform I have listed, those I would consider a quick selling platform, and you shouldn't expect to make a big return. You should just expect to sell your items fast and be able to get that money fast back in your bank account so you can go buy more items. It's like basically like the mindset of like doing wholesale. Wholesalers don't make the full price on the item, but they sell the items super fast to other people that are willing to sell the items and wait for a full price sale. That's kind of how you got to think of Whatnot. Right now we've sold over 1,000 items on Whatnot, so we get instant pay. So basically I can go to a thrift store, I can buy 20 items, I can run them on Whatnot, and let's say I paid $100 for those 20 items, and typically I'd be able to sell them for $400, but I can run a Whatnot show and literally sell all of them within an hour for $200 and get that $200 into my bank account that same day. That is super powerful because then you can use that you just made $100 into $200 in one day. Then you take that $200 and do the same thing over and over again, and you can grow a big business by doing that. But you got to remember, you're not making full price. You're making less, but you're making less faster, if that makes sense. What's your seller opinion on Cremux? I don't pick up any Daniel Cremux items. I actually have somebody on List It right now, and if you're listening, your Daniel Cremux items are way too overpriced. you have Daniel Cremux tops at like $60, $50. Daniel Cremux doesn't sell for any. That's how you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce the name of it. They don't sell for anywhere near that. Daniel Cremux tops sell for like $20 in new condition, and they sit forever. So if you're picking up Daniel Cremux, I would say don't. The only ones I would pick up, I wouldn't even pick these up unless they're super cheap, is a suit made by that brand, and it has Laurel Piana fabric in it. But even those only sell for like $25. They don't resell very well. We don't pay sales tax here, but do pay taxes. But do you pay taxes, or is there a program? Yeah, so we can do the reseller license, but most thrift stores here don't accept reseller license. If you ask the thrift store owners, they won't take them, which they really should, but they won't. Also, when you go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, sometimes they give you kind of a headache when you try to give your reseller license. So we just pay taxes, and then we just, at the end of the year, you're able to write that off. All the taxes you pay, you're able to write off. What was your most profitable flip ever? That's a good question. So one of my most profitable, might not be my most profitable, was the Lily Pulitzer blazers. I made a video on this. If you go through my TikTok account, you'll probably see it, but I picked up 2 men's Lily Pulitzer blazers in a bulk buy. I think I paid like $8, right around $8 a piece for both of them. And both of them sold in one day for $1,100 together to one buyer. So I made like almost $900 profit in one day from those. But that was all purchased from a bulk buy off Facebook Marketplace. Literally all. It was mostly golf items, and they threw those items in at the end, and I made a ton of money on them. I started reselling. I have a list of items from watching you, Surfs and Caleb. Thanks for the free learn tools. Let's go. Surfs and Caleb, really, really good resellers. If you guys aren't following Caleb resells, he's got tons of really, really great knowledge too. How much you pay in taxes depends on the year. It depends on how much profit we make. That's how much you pay in taxes. Also, make sure you're doing your deductions and stuff like that. Talk to your tax advisor. They'll be able to tell you how to do all your deductions so you pay less in taxes. But we pay a lot in taxes every year. We pay a lot. Last year is over 10 grand, well over 10 grand in taxes. Sold one item over the weekend. I can't wait to grow up to be like you. Let's go. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, let's get back to shipping. Now that I got through all those questions, I appreciate the questions. Keep them coming. I'll stop every once in a while, answer a bunch of questions, and get back to shipping. These are Travis Matthews shorts. I picked these up for $15 online retail arbitrage, so our online arbitrage technically. These sold for $37.50 going out the door, sold on eBay, and all the items on eBay are plus shipping, by the way. If I don't say plus shipping, just know that everything I sell on eBay is plus shipping. Again, if you guys are just hopping in, I know a lot of you are hopping in, hopping out. If you haven't seen our YouTube video, a bunch of you asked for the TJ Maxx video. I literally just put it out yesterday. It's doing really, really well. So make sure you go check out that video if you want to learn how to shop at TJ Maxx and pick up retail items like this and resell them. That's a really, really good video. Lots of tips in that video, and then we do a haul at the very end. So if the tips aren't for you, or you kind of already know how those kind of sales work, just skip all the way to the end and you guys can watch the haul, or just watch the whole thing, either way. I'm watching you all. We had a great weekend, made $600. Let's go. Hoping this continues. If you're making $600 right now, Christine, you're going to be making more when winter time comes, when Christmas season comes around. That's where you're going to experience the most amount of sales. So $600 right now is good. That's a good sign. You're picking up the right stuff. What's Caleb's name? Caleb's name to follow? Caleb Sells, I believe it is. Caleb _ Sells, if I can remember correctly. He sometimes pops in here, so I'll have him hop over on IG. Do you have an Excel sheet, something to keep track of all your... So I'm not using an Excel sheet, I'm using a Google sheet, and it's actually sold by another reseller. I have it linked in my bio, by the way. Here is my spreadsheet. This is how I keep track of all my profit. I'll show you guys over here too. This is how I keep track of everything. So I have all my items in there. I have where they sold at, the item name, and then it gives me my profit and loss over here. So total fees, total profit and loss, all that good stuff. And then the price I paid is right there too. So this is where I'm reading. Obviously all the numbers aren't put in because we just put in the price we paid and the price the item sold for. I fill this out after. As you can see up here, we've filled out all those numbers up here. If you're interested in a spreadsheet, this is a Google Sheet spreadsheet. It's sold by a guy named Jason Hayes. Really, really good spreadsheet. I've used it for the last 2 years and I love it. If you're interested in it, I have it linked in my bio with a discount code. I think you get 10% off with my discount code. So go check it out if you're interested. It also comes with a YouTube video. So if you've never used a spreadsheet before, it has a whole YouTube video that explains how it works and all that stuff. So feel free to go check it out. And there's a couple different price points for it depending on what you want in your spreadsheet. When do you plan on seeding your lives again? Want to follow you to pick up your seedlings you drop. I like that, seeding your live. We're probably going to go live again on Thursday. Do another live thrift on Thursday. So Caleb Sells, there it goes. Yeah, _ Caleb Sells. I knew there was an underscore somewhere in there. But _ Caleb Sells. I think on YouTube it's just Caleb Sells without the underscore. So yeah, he's different on every platform. If you go to his link tree, you'll be able to find where it is. I remember he said he uses Google Docs. Yeah, I use a Google spreadsheet. And yeah, the good thing about that spreadsheet is you can take it on the go. If you have the Google Sheets app, you can update it as you're on the go. So if you're traveling and you wanted to do your spreadsheet, you don't need a computer. You can do it right on your phone. When should I stop listing summer items? Summer items are something you could potentially list year round, but here coming up soon, I would start listing all of your winter items. And then as soon as you get through those, then you can move back and start listing your summer items once you get all your winter items. But I wouldn't just stop listing summer. If you have nothing else to list in the winter, start listing summer items again. Yeah, and same thing with winter items in the summertime. If you run out of summertime items to list, don't just have like a pile of winter over in the corner and be like, I'm not going to list those. I'm going to wait till I get more items. No, keep listing. You want to consistently keep listing. What do you use to scan tags, seller? I don't sell anything on Amazon. I don't do any Amazon selling. So I don't use Seller Amp or anything like that. When you start out, what's the best place to post a fast return? My opinion is sell on eBay. eBay. Because there's just more buyers on eBay than any other platform, in my opinion. So actually, it's not in my opinion. It's actually what there is. Next up, Peter Millar shorts. Pick these up for 15 buckaroos. These are from the TJ Maxx sale, and these sold for $55 plus shipping. $55 plus shipping. Appreciate you, Appreciate you stopping by. I'm just super curious how you and Mrs. split the tasks. I know you pack and ship. Does she list who who shoots them? Super curious about the division of labor. That's a really smart question. Okay, so mom does drafts in the morning, and then she starts photoing items. And then Kayla is putting items away that we listed just the other day. She's putting those items away in inventory right now. And then she'll start drafting. And then mom will take photos of the items she drafts. And then mom leaves around like 3 o'clock every day. And then Kayla will continue to draft. So that way when mom comes in the next day, she has items to draft. I do the shipping. I usually do the spreadsheet. Sometimes Kayla will hop on and do the spreadsheet depending on how much we have. And then I start working on social media stuff. And then I also cross list and list the items too. So they pretty much take care of the photoing, the drafting, that kind of stuff, and putting the items away in inventory. I finalize the drafts and list them, cross list them, usually do the spreadsheet, and then do the social media work. So that's how we split up our tasks. And there's no like set schedule. On Thursdays and Fridays, as you guys know, we go sourcing. So Kayla comes with me and goes sourcing. That's a day when mom just does the drafts and she does the photos. And then when I come home, I'll finalize the drafts and do all what I just told you guys I do. It just really depends on the day. So, but there's no set order. It's not like by 5 o'clock you have to have everything. No, we don't really do that. If we just get as much as we can done throughout the day, and that's a good thing about working for yourself is you don't have to be pushed to do tasks before a certain time. If you don't get them done, oh well. Usually I'll just stay up later and finish the task that we didn't get done, or I'll work on videos at the end of the day. We can still see the Google Doc. Oh, sorry, my bad. Boom. Now you can't see them. My bad. I love you have 3 sets of eyes on listings. Yes, mom starts them. Kayla will start usually doing listings after that. So it's really only like 2 sets of eyes on listings. I look at Kayla's listings and I look at mom's listings. But yes, when it comes to like flawed items, Kayla is drafting them and usually mom is photoing them and then I'm finalizing them. So Mom and Kayla both are looking for flaws the whole time that they're listing items. So it's really, really rare that a flawed item makes it all the way through, if that makes sense. Hi, when was starting out, how much do you know how to charge for shipping? Good question. So when you're listing your items, like this William Murray shirt, what you're going to do is you're going to list it on eBay. By the way, I paid way too much for this shirt. I bought this on somebody's Whatnot show for $34 and only sold for $20. So I lost money on this one, but I supported somebody on Whatnot, so that's all that matters. But what you'll do is you'll list this item, and then you'll take this item and measure it and weigh it and put that into your eBay listing. So this weighs 8 ounces. It's going to fit into a 9x11 envelope, and it's going to ship out, and then you'll charge that to the customer, and you'll never make a mistake. As long as you have the proper weight and the proper measurements in your listing, you'll never make a mistake, and you charge it calculated to your customer. That's what I would suggest. And I would suggest when you first start weighing and measuring all your items when you first start, until you get used to what items usually are cost for shipping or what items weigh, and then you'll just manually put those in every time you do a listing. So items like this, I always just put into my eBay listing at 10 ounces, and I charge 10 ounces to the customer. Sometimes I'm off and I don't make as much money on shipping, and then other times I'm correct and I make a good amount on shipping. So, but when you first start, weigh and measure all your items. You'll never ever make a mistake. How many sales did it take for funds to get released same day on eBay? Well, funds aren't really released. They are released same day, but when they drop into your bank account, it usually takes 24 hours. So if you do like next day deposits, usually takes 24 hours. But to be honest, I don't know the answer to that question. I think it was like within the first like 2 months, I got basically same day deposits on eBay. No problem. Smiley, I think your name is Smiley. No problem. Do you have experience working from a storage unit? No, but we are going to be working from a storage unit soon. But no, I don't have any experience working from a storage unit. How we're going to work from a storage unit is basically we're just going to have all of our items that are listed in the storage unit, and then every morning we're going to stop by and grab our items and then ship them from the house. We're not going to ship from here and then take our labels to the storage unit. We're going to do it opposite way. Used Pirate Ship last week. Nice. Pirate Ship is a good service. If you guys need labels, cheap labels, you don't want to pay for like a service, Pirate Ship is free. All you have to do is just create an account and then hook up a credit card or debit card, and then you can buy your labels right on Pirate Ship. Next up, we got a Turnbull and Acer. It's a good brand to be on the lookout for. Shirt, picked this up for $6.42 like 2 weeks ago, and this one sold for $35.99 plus shipping. I believe this is going overseas, if I remember correctly. If new seller on eBay, funds deposited in your bank account when shipment is received, yes. But after a while, you should get automatic, like basically your funds are available automatic as soon as you sell the item, which is good because then you can use those funds to buy your shipping labels. If you don't have that set up and you don't have that available yet, then you got to use your some other account to pay for your shipping labels on eBay. Pack the unit, bring them home, create the labels, and ship. Yeah, that's probably how we're going to do it too when we move everything out to the garage. Storage unit is great. Keep inventory and create some mental clarity of having everything in your home. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're actually going to make this our room where we are right now, and then we're going to give the kids the back 2 rooms. So that's what our plan is when we move everything. But that should happen. We're supposed to have it done by now, but we're actually going to wait until probably a month or 2 from now, and we're going to do all the move and everything. So what's the name of that again? Pirate Ship. Pirateship.com, just like a pirate ship. Had someone bundle like 5-6 pair of jeans on Posh, and I got screwed over on shipping. Is there a way to limit? Yeah, so if they bundle and purchase, there's no way, because they're allowed to bundle and purchase, and there's no way to split the shipment. But if you catch them, if they like send an offer, what you can do is decline the offer, and then within the bundle, just message them and say, hey, I can only accept 3 items in each bundle that are over 2 pounds, or something like that, and then that's usually what that usually limits them from doing that. The shirt brand was Turnbull and Acer. Turnbull, Turnbull, and then the and symbol, ASSER. Turnbull and Acer. What label printer do you use? I use a Dymo 4XL. So if you sell on Facebook Marketplace and you list your items with shipping, would you use Pirate Ship? Yeah, I believe that's what I used to do on Facebook Marketplace is just use pirate ship. I don't sell on Facebook Marketplace anymore, but when I used to, I believe that's what I did. I used pirate ship and just got my label and then imported the label onto my listing or onto my sale. Next up, women's Buff Bunny. These are Buff Bunny ankle leggings. Pick these up for $8.03, and these sold for $22.49 plus ship. Thanks. I was glad. They bought so many. I didn't make much money. Yeah. That the one thing bad about Poshmark bundles, huge bundles like that, is if you do have to pay additional shipping, it really eats your profit because you're already paying 20% to Posh. And then on top of that, you're paying for an additional label, and the additional labels can be very expensive. So, where do you purchase your plastic bags? All the items that we use on a regular basis are linked in my link tree. Go to the section that says items we use on a regular basis, and that'll take you to my Amazon storefront. If you have Prime shipping, all of those in there usually have all Prime shipping too, so you don't pay any additional shipping. And those are all affiliate links. It does support the channel. It doesn't cost you any more to buy those. It's the same price you would buy if you just found them on Amazon yourself. Yeah, Turnbull and Asser. Yep, that is the brand. So you have a storage unit? Yeah, I have a storage unit just to store our winter items right now. We literally have a pile like tall, like basically the height of this shoe shelf behind us of winter items, jackets and stuff like that. We get them so cheap during the year when we're thrifting. We just pile them up and then we list them come winter time. We also run those on Whatnot shows. So if you haven't signed up, go get your free $15. There's a link in my bio. You get $15 for free to spend on Whatnot. No catches. You just got to create a new account. And then when we do those winter sales, we're gonna have tons of winter items like jackets, North Face, Patagonia, Cool, all those brands, all really good stuff. So make sure you're there. We should start doing those shows within the next month too. And I got a consignor that literally has a whole storage unit full of winter items. So our shows are going to be crazy good. LL Bean, this is normally, I don't really pay up for LL Bean, just regular shirts. This is not a flannel, it's just one of the thin cotton shirts. But this one was brand new with tags, paid $8.03, and this one sold for $26.99 plus shipping. This is called the Marine Corps Tartan Plaid. So I guess it's a rare plaid. So yeah, we store our items in the clear plastic bags, and then the numbers we get from our Dymo 450 Turbo. If you want to learn how we make our labels and all that stuff, I have a video on YouTube going over the box and bin method, and within that video I show you guys how I make my labels and everything like that. So go check out that video. It's up on YouTube right now. All right, this one's going to ship for $5.32. Are you still promoting others' items unlisted, etc.? Yes. If I see your item and you reach out and say, hey, my items are priced low, yes, I'll promote them. But here's what I've been seeing with Listed, and I'm going to have a discussion within the Listed seller community. A lot of you are pricing your items over eBay comps. Listed, you have to think of it more of like a Whatnot platform. You're not going to be able to sell items full eBay price or over eBay price. Like I talked about the Daniel Kremuk shirts that are listed on Listed right now. I think somebody has those brand new with tags listed for $50. You are not selling those for $50. You can't even sell them on eBay for $50. So why would you assume that a platform with less buyers and sellers on it, you'll be able to sell those for $50? It literally makes no sense. When I sell unlisted, and you guys watch me sell unlisted when I'm live thrifting, I'm making very little profit on my items, but I'm selling them instantly. That's what you got to think of with listed. You got to price your items to sell quickly. You can't price your items full eBay or over eBay prices and expect them to sell. I'm seeing a lot of brands on listed too. It's like really like low end brands, like items that I have never told you guys to pick up, and like really bad brands, like, and they're priced super high, and you're just never going to be able to sell those for those prices, especially on a platform that's new. So think of Listed as a way to clear out your inventory. Also go live on Listed and sell your items live. You'll have way better of a chance of selling your items. But yeah, just be careful with your pricing, because yeah, a lot of sellers on there, I'm like just shaking my head like, why are you pricing these so high? There's a lot of new products that are priced low, like shoes and stuff like that. We have some sellers that are pricing shoes good prices, but when it comes to pre-owned, there's a lot of people with high prices. Next up, we have a pair of link sole pants. Pick these up for $6.42, and these sold for 20 buckaroos. 20 bucks. Would you pick up Eddie Bauer jackets at the thrift? Eddie Bauer Goose Down, yes. but Eddie Bauer regular jackets, no. Goose down Eddie Bauers sell really, really well in the wintertime. People actually look for those on eBay. But just like a regular Eddie Bauer jacket, I usually pass on. Unless there's something special about it, like they're flannel lined or something like that. Then I might pick them up. Okay, so my whole house is a storage unit. I'm trying to organize space to be in a storage unit besides the garage. Yeah, when we moved our stuff to a storage unit, it was a game changer because, yeah, it frees up so much space in your house. Even though we still have a lot in our garage, once we move all that to the storage unit, it's going to be so much better for us selling from the storage unit because we get all that space back. Actually, this whole area, everything that we're doing in here, this is all going to be moved to the garage, and then we're going to insulate the garage and put a AC unit out there, and that'll basically be our workspace. So you purchase by season. I purchase everything all year round, but I list items seasonally. So if I find a jacket in the middle of summer, I'll usually pick it up because jackets in my area are priced lower in the summer because it's 110 degrees outside. So thrift stores drop the prices on those, and then come wintertime they raise the prices. So it's actually better to buy those items off season because you get a better price. Next up, another retail arbitrage item. This is a Adidas women's top. We got this from an Adidas outlet for like $6 a piece. I think is what we paid. I don't have the price in there, but super duper cheap. Found a bunch of these on the clearance rack. We also got a bunch of shorts the same day. This one sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Another way to retail arbitrage is from outlets. So if you're not checking out your outlets, sometimes you want to pop in there just to see what kind of deals they have. You have to go to your outlets and figure out what day they do markdowns. Usually it's sometime midweek. It's never usually on the weekends that they start a markdown sale. So if you can pop in there, sometimes you can go to like an Adidas or a Nike outlet and find pieces for like $2, $3, $4 a piece that the store is literally just trying to clear out. Same with shoes too. If you go to Adidas and Nike outlets midweek and they do a huge sale, you can usually buy shoes that are, $200 shoes or $150 shoes for like $30. Sometimes the deals are crazy. So you might, if you haven't done outlet sales, you might want to hop into outlets and see what they got. 110, where are you located? 110, what do you mean by 110? I'm located in the Tampa Bay area. Tampa Bay. Found a pair of Faraday shorts new with tags for $15. Is that a fair price? Yes, because I sell them. I just sold one new with tags in a bundle for $60 with another item. So yeah, $15 is pretty fair for new with tag Faraday. You're probably going to double your investment on that one. So don't expect more than a double. You'll pay $15, but you'll make $15. If you're okay with that, that's a good pickup. Next up, this is a common Ralph Lauren shirt. This is a men's 2XL. Paid $8.03 for this at a thrift store. This one sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Good sale right there. Tips for coming back from a 3-week vacation. Oh man, I need a 3-week vacation. Tips. Just start getting back into the rhythm and start consistently listing. Some people say your eBay algorithm is hurt when you take a vacation. I don't know if that's true. I think it's just you just experience a slowdown in sales because you don't have as many items listed. You weren't consistently listing because you're on vacation. So I would say just start consistently listing again. Starting today, list your 5 to 10 items, do 5 to 10 the next day, get back into sourcing routine, and just get back into a normal routine. On eBay, how do you promote your listings? I promote really high. I promote at 5%. But the reason I promote so high is because I have a lot of people go into my store every day and just for research purposes. So my conversion rate is a lot lower than the average seller because I have a social media platform. So I promote everything at 5. I suggest everybody to promote everything at 3. 2 is the lowest. I would say promote at 3 because that puts you above most people because most people are just going to promote at the lowest 2%. And then you should see an increase in sales unless you're selling one-offs or like hard goods, things like that are like less competition. If you're selling clothing, I would always suggest to promote somewhat. Again, unless it's a rare piece, like if it's a rare vintage shirt that you only have one of, you shouldn't promote that because you're not promoting against anybody else. But if you have things like this Tommy Bahama shirt that we paid $6.96 for and it sold for $29.99, promote this listing because there's a lot of Tommy Bahama shirts out there that look very similar to this. So you are promoting against all of those people. What's the return you look for on items? Is it $10? Yeah, lower items like that Ralph Lauren, yeah, we're looking for at least a $10 profit. So you're able to buy something for 5 to 8 and sell it for 20 to 25, and you usually, after fees, shipping, cost of goods, get 10 or more back in profit. But it really just depends on the item. Retail purchases, we're looking to try to at least double our investment on a retail purchase. So if we pay $100 for an item, we're looking to at least make $100 profit on that retail purchase, unless the item is going to sell super fast. If you pay $100 for an item but you sell it for like $160 in one day, then that's okay to do, because obviously you just made like $40 in profit super fast. So there's caveats to everything. My primary work is in coaching. I think you should be selling a mini course. People say that all the time. So sure, I can make a lot of money on a course right now. I can make so much money if I wanted to just put out a course and sell a course to all of you. I probably have, 50 people watching right now that would pay for a course. I don't want to do that. I personally, first off, I don't have enough time to dedicate to people within my course because of how much we're doing on social media, reselling. Most of the people that have courses, and I'll say most, not all, there are some people that are really good. There's also some people that make their full-time income selling a course, and they're able to dedicate all of their time because they're not actually selling as much as they're telling everybody they're selling. I am selling way more than I'm making on social media, way more. So I don't have time because I have a business that's running in the background that I'm actually making money doing, and I feel like that and this is a way for me to give back and answer your questions and do everything I'm going to do within a course as I'm working. I feel like that's more admirable. And I think if I ever did a course, which I think I will, I'm going to do it on YouTube and I'm going to give it away for free, because I'll make more money giving away a good product absolutely free on YouTube and getting YouTube revenue in. You guys get a free course. YouTube pays me, so I'm getting paid by the bigger guy and not the little guy. And I'll make more money over a longer period of time. And I won't have to dedicate myself as much to the people within the course because I gave it away for free. So nobody expects me to answer all their questions that they have because they paid me $50 a month to be in my course or my group or something like that. If somebody asks a question, I'll answer it when I can. But if I can't, oh well, you got the course for free, right? So, it saves me from having to do all that too and still be able to do what I want to do. And to be honest, I don't know. I don't really want to do a group or a course or anything like that. I have thought about this. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on this. So, if you don't want it, feel free to tell me. I don't care. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Instagram and Facebook have a subscription button where you can subscribe, and I think I can choose exactly what people subscribe for. Like, I can choose the price. So if I want to make it $1 a month, I can make it $1. If I want to make it $50 a month, I can make it $50, right? And people always ask me for what brands sell the best. What brands do I look out for? So if you guys like my sale posts that I put on Instagram, I think most of you have seen them by now. If you haven't, go check out my Instagram, my Facebook page, because I post them both on the same platform. I put out sale posts, and then underneath that in the caption, I explain why I picked the item up, what items I look for in the certain brand, so on and so forth. I'm thinking about making a subscription page that starts out with like 50 of those posts that only subscribers can see. And then, like, for example, I'll be like, this Polo Ralph Lauren jacket is a pickup. I'll show sold comps, like have like 3 screens of just like sold comps, like going over this brand. And then also tell you guys what not to pick up in certain Polo Ralph Lauren jackets. And then I'll have another sale for like Polo Ralph Lauren shirts, and I'll show certain Polo Ralph Lauren shirts that I pick up and some that I don't pick up. And then you guys can get visuals. But obviously, if I put that much work into something like that, I would do it like a subscription-based service. And then every couple days, I put out a new one. And then you guys are constantly seeing new products. So let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. Obviously, I would make it super cheap. It wouldn't be like $20 a month. It would be something like $5 a month. And then you just get these posts that you guys get. Only people who are subscribed get, right? And then I'll keep posting the other content. But let me know if that's something you guys want. But as far as a course goes, I don't think I'm going to do a course. No, can't subscribe. Can't stand subscription. Honestly, I don't like the subscription option on Insta. Yeah, I didn't like it either. I think no to the subscription, yes to the subscription, good info, but I'll pass. Make your money better than Discord. Yeah, people. I got people saying yes, people saying no. I think it's always going to be split between the two. Yeah, it's something I got to think of. I can just post those too. I think I just post those. I think I like just posting them. I think that's the way to go. I think that is the way to go. So people saying yes, people saying no. I'll think about it. I'll just leave it at that. I'll think about it. I think Kayla forgot to grab some orders. She has this here, but this isn't an item that we have. All right. Next up, Robert Graham. This is a men's Robert Graham shirt. You guys probably saw me pick this up at Uptown Cheapskate. I paid $37.43 for this. This is an item that, you have to pay up for sometimes to get because it's brand new with tags. Sold for $60, so I made about a $15 profit. Not a huge profit, but I'll take it. Yeah, Robbie G shirt. Maybe I shipped the wrong item. Did I do that again? I probably did again. I did it last week too. Just post. Yeah, I love to talk to talk to you about it. I love subscriptions. Some people love. If you think doing one mini course, evergreen. Yeah, I get it. I get the course thing. I understand why people do it. And I think people would pay for my course, but to be honest, I think I'd get paid more if I just post that on YouTube. And I'll see more of a benefit if I post courses to YouTube over time, because I'll gain followers and subscribers that will watch other content of mine that'll pay me more, so on and so forth. So we do the subscription since I'm new to this and learning. Yeah, a lot of people ask me for that brands list. So can you explain promoting on eBay? How does a seller pay? So if an item sells, here's how promoting works on eBay. You select an ad rate. So right now I got 5%. Again, I don't suggest most people do 5%. So what that is eBay will promote your listing more than somebody who pays 3%, right? And if somebody purchased your item through the promoted listing, that's when you pay the promoted fee. So if you scroll through eBay right now, if you type in anything, you type in Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt, you'll see at the top that there's a couple that say sponsored underneath. Those are promoted listings. If somebody clicks on that listing and pays for that item, then they pay that ad rate that they set for that item. So if they did 3%, 3% of that sale goes to eBay on top of your eBay fee. If they just casually find your item that's not promoted, even though you selected to promote that listing, if it's just buried underneath and it's not a sponsored listing and they purchase it, you do not pay the promoted listing, even though that item is promoted. You only pay the ad if your item sells via promoted listings. That's it. I hope that makes sense. Next up, we got a Lily Pulitzer. This is a bulk buy purchase. I purchased this very, very long time ago. It's a women's size 2. I repriced this when we redid our inventory. I paid $6.12 for these, and this one sold for $15, so not a huge profit, but I got rid of an old item that was just sitting. This is an old Lily Pulitzer piece. It's not one of the newer labels, so I think that's why it's that. Shipped the wrong item for the first time last week. Flipped around 2 Texas orders. I refunded both immediately, got a neutral feedback. I'm positive on the other. Yeah, it happens. I did it on Mercari the other week. I shipped out 2 Polo Ralph Lauren items. Both were a size XL. And when I looked at the back of the label, Kayla wrote Polo Ralph Lauren XL on both of them. So I swapped the orders. Both of those items are coming back to me, and then I'm just going to relist them, and the people are going to buy them, and I'll send them to the right spot. So it happens. Happens to everybody, so don't feel ashamed. I think everybody's done a mix-up, or they put the item in the wrong spot in their inventory, things like that. You make mistakes. Are you including the amount eBay will be keeping? No, I'm basically saying that this item I paid $6.12 for and it sold for $15 plus shipping. Profit comes after I fill out my entire spreadsheet. So just understand $15 is not profit. I paid $6.12, sold for $15. There's eBay fees in there. So this is an example of an item I normally wouldn't pick up because it didn't make enough profit for me. Even though I doubled my investment, it's still not enough profit for that item. I think I did swap an order. Hold on, let me see really quick. All orders. I think I swapped the Buff Bunnies. Yeah, I swapped the Buff Bunny item. So I got to figure out 5766. I'll figure that out after live. But this was supposed to be the Travis Matthew shirt that sold. I sold a Travis Matthew shirt for another not a good sale, but it's an older listing. If eBay will load. Give me a second. Paid $6.41 for that Travis Matthew polo. It sold for $14.99 plus ship. Not a huge sale. So I normally wouldn't pick up Travis Matthew. It's old listings. I don't pick up Travis Matthew usually anymore unless it's something special. I'll pack this up after live too. I need to get a box for this. But this is a brand new tag polo Ralph Lauren belt, and it has the polo bears all through it. Found this item retail arbitrage. Paid $13.38. No brainer for this item. If you can see, it's $24.99, and then that was half off. I gotta remove those. $24.99 half off. So I paid $13.38 after taxes. This one sold for $49.99 plus shipping. And then I got a couple train sales. This is a Pennsylvania car. This is what it looks like right here. Paid $3.25 for that one, and it sold for $17.99. This is a Cato car, Cato locomotive actually. Really good sale on this one. So it paid $3.25. Every train that I bought in the bulk buy, it's up on YouTube if you want to watch the video. Every train that I bought, I paid $3.25 for. This one sold for $124.99 plus shipping. Really, really good return on that one. And then I got this train right here. This is an AHM train, paid $3.25 for this one, and this one sold for $30 plus shipping. So really, really good train sales from this weekend. I think I got everybody. Let me see if I missed any comments. How do you store your inventory like Tupperware boxes? I store everything in boxes now. If you missed that video, it's up on YouTube. It explains the box and the bin method and why I adjusted my listings to the box method. Do I allow 30-day returns? Almost everything on eBay has 30-day returns. Either buyer pays return or I pay return shipping. I already got that one. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Your trains keep selling. Yeah, I actually have like 100 trains drafted ready to list, so I'm probably going to work on that today after the live. Let's get some of those listed because they're starting to sell, and it's not even train season yet. Once we hit like October, November, December, that's when the trains are going to fly. They're literally I'm going to be selling a train every single day. Where do you store your off-season items? I have a storage unit. I have a climate-controlled storage unit that I store all my off-season items in. I do not store them in I would highly suggest if you're storing jackets and things like that, especially if you live somewhere in Florida where it's humid, store those in a climate-controlled unit so you don't have to worry about mold and mildew and all that stuff. What men's shoes do good for you? Tons and tons of brands. If you want to know the shoes that I have listed, my eBay store is always linked in my bio. On Clouds, Hoka's, Nikes, Adidas. There's a whole plethora of brands that you can pick up. How much you pay for your storage unit? I think it's right around $120 a month, $120, and I just throw that on a credit card, and that's a business expense at the end of the year, so I get to write it off at the end of the year. How do you package your trains for shipping? So the larger trains, I'm going to put into these priority mail boxes. Again, I get these free from USPS.com, and they're really good for the trains because they're like perfect train size. You just slide them right in there, and then I pad them together, and I'll cut down the box if I need to, or I ship them. Like the smaller train, the yellow train that I showed the first one, I'll just bubble wrap that one and throw it in a poly mailer, and it'll make it there perfectly fine. What type of items do you look for consignment? So if we do open consignment up in the winter season, which I don't know if we are or aren't, high-end, well-known brands. That's what we look for. Patagonia, Cool, North Face, Lululemon, things like that. We're not looking for lower-end brands like items that sell for, $10 on eBay. $10, $15 on eBay, we won't pick those up. But we will pick up, we will take higher end well-known brands. The higher the end item, the better they usually sell on our Whatnot shows. Get those little moisture packs, they should help you out. We have them in climate controlled storage unit, so we don't really have to worry about that. Still confused on shipping a shirt in a poly bag for 8 ounces. Do you round up to 1 pound? No. So if it's 7.9 ounces, you're going to round up to 8. If it's 8.9 ounces, you're going to round up to 9. If it's 14.9 ounces, you're going to round up to 15. You don't round up to the pound with ounces, you round up to the next ounce. But when it comes to pounds, if it's 1.2 pounds, 1 pound, 2 ounces, that's when you're going to round up to 2 pounds. Or you can just put 1.2 in your eBay. You can put exactly what it weighs, and it's going to round up or down for you. But But basically a one pound 2 ounce box is basically equivalent to a 2 pound box. It's the same exact thing. It's going to ship for the same price. Any luck with lots on eBay? I don't purchase a lot off eBay to resell on eBay. I used to back in the day. I don't really look at it too much anymore because we get so much from thrift stores. I don't really need to. What company do you use for shipping labels? On the platforms I sell on, I purchase my labels from the platform that I actually sell on. So eBay, I buy off eBay. If I ever ship like directly to a viewer, I'll use pirateship.com and get my label from pirateship.com. All right, chat. I'm going to head off. I'm going to finish shipping out these items. I'll be live Monday, today, obviously, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and then Thursday we'll be live doing a live thrift, and then we'll probably be live again on Friday. I don't think we're actually going to source on Friday because we have so much stuff to list that I think we're only going to source one day this week. So you're going to get me live pretty much Monday through Friday this week. We might do a Whatnot show this weekend. If we do a Whatnot show this weekend, it's going to be more lower end brands, but you guys are going to be able to get steals and deals on it. We bought out, how do I say this? It's not a estate, but it's basically a guy I buy from often. He had a bunch of shirts that he had to sell. They're not the best of brands, but he gave them to me super cheap. So I'm just going to run them on Whatnot $1. If they sell for $1, I don't care. So yeah, we'll do that show probably on Friday. It'll probably be like 100 items, and we'll mix in some good stuff too. We have some stuff left over for Whatnot shows that we need to run too. So make sure you go bookmark that show. I'll probably have it set up by tomorrow, and then go get your free $15 for Whatnot. It's linked in my bio. You get free $15 for free. You can spend on that show. If most items sell for around $3, you'll be able to get 5 items absolutely free. You just got to pay shipping. So be on the lookout for that announcement. And go check out the YouTube video. Just put it out yesterday. If you're interested in the TJ Maxx and Marshalls guide and haul video, that's up on YouTube. Go check it out. And I